I want to quickly talk to you about car loans for no credit history. So if you're listening to me right now, you have no credit history, don't worry, because I'll be sharing with you a few lenders / platforms that will lend to you no matter what. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So the first company I want to share with you is it's called My Auto Loan. And the cool thing is that when you talk about My Auto Loans, they have car loans for no credit history, and they'll take care of you and with loan amounts from $8,000 all the way to $100,000. So if you want to buy an expensive car, not a problem. If you have a credit or no credit, not a problem. And the loan terms are kind of cool too. You're looking at 12 months all the way to 84 months. So we're talking about 7 years. So you can repay the car over 7 years, and you have a loan up to $100,000. And this is really great. See, the thing is, My Auto Loan is actually a great platform to start at, because a lot of other platforms, sometimes they ask for credit history, they ask for like a minimum credit score, and sometimes they want you to put a down payment. Now, My Auto Loan, sometimes you might have lenders who will ask for a down payment. Sometimes you wouldn't have lenders. So it's all flexible. That's what we love a lot. And what we love about My Auto Loan here is that it's very flexible. So you have loans for new, used, and used car, and you also have refinancing. And the cool thing is that My Auto Loan, think about My Auto Loan as not as a direct lender. Then here you have a national network of lenders. So you have like about more than 100 lenders who are actually currently on My Auto Loan, and they're all competing for your business, which is great, because the bottom line here is that you get a good loan in the end. That's what we love a lot. And you are able to actually pre-qualify. You are able to get up to 4 to 7 offers in about 5 minutes. So again, it's all about you having lenders actually fight for you. And what we love about My Auto Loan here is that they're really fast. They're really fast, and they will take care of you. They have great customer service. The only problem is that the myautoloan.com is not available in Alaska or Hawaii. So if you are not in the continental USA, you're not going to qualify. But again, it's only 2 states, Alaska and Hawaii, where the platform is not available. And so overall, fantastic platform. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We are going to have a wonderful conversation. Just hang along, and you will be really, really pleased. Another platform that I want to share with you with car loans for no credit history is AutoPay. So when you think about AutoPay, I want you to think about, again, very generous lenders here. You're talking about $2,500 all the way to $100,000. So if you want to buy new cars, used cars, not a problem. If you want to refinance, not a problem. And the APR is kind of low. The starting APR is really sort of decent too. You are looking at 2.99%. We love that a lot. We love the fact that you have loan terms that go, like the repayment window will go for 24 months all the way to 84 months. So you're looking at 2 years all the way to 7 years. And this is really great. What we love about AutoPay is that the platform works with folks with all kinds of credit histories. No credit history, not a problem. Bad credit, not a problem. Fair credit, not a problem. Good credit, not a problem. So again, you have an element of flexibility here. And they're not trying to really ask you very complicated questions. They'll take care of you. The platform will take care of you, not a problem. And the cool thing is you can also refinance an auto loan through AutoPay. So AutoPay is great for new cars, used cars, and refinancing deals. And what we love about what we love about AutoPay is that everything is done online. And the app is really great. The app is really fast. You are able to get things done faster. We're talking about you getting financing for your car within 24 hours. Okay, and so let's quickly go through the pros and cons of AutoPay. So you have no payments for 45 days for qualified car buyers. You have an online loan approval in as little as 30 minutes, and this is really great. And AutoPay is highly rated on the online and also based on our own experience. What about the cons here? Well, if you have no credit, the application takes a little longer, but this is because they just need to verify your financial profile. Because see, if you have no credit history, then AutoPay has to focus on other stuff, like for instance, how much money you're making, like your income, your employment status, all that kind of stuff. But even if I say it takes longer, it's still fast compared to other platforms or compared to a traditional lenders such as banks and credit unions for that matter. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about car loans for no credit history. I want to share with you another lender is Auto Credit Express. So when you think about Auto Credit Express, I want you to think about the great customer service. That's number one. And I want you to think about a platform that actually takes care of all kinds of credit histories also, including those folks who have bankruptcies. If you have bankruptcies in the last 5 years, they take care of you, not a problem. Okay. Do you have bad credit? Do you have low credit? Do you have no credit? This platform will take care of you. And one thing we love about Auto Credit Express is that they've been doing this for a long time. We're talking about since 1999. So, they've got some experience. They're like one of the OGs in this space. We love the flexibility they actually have. You can actually reach out to them. Not a problem. You can pre-qualify on their website, and you can actually do everything within a day. So let's say you want to buy a car, let's say by 9 a.m. Central time, and basically you do everything. You submit all the paperwork before noon Central. By 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Central, you can actually have an approval. You can just walk into a dealership tomorrow and then just get your car. So things can be very, very fast. Okay, and so here are the pros and cons of this lender, Auto Credit Express. Pros: this platform specializes in auto loans for no credit, bad credit, and bankruptcies. You have a quick online loan application, and you have A+ rating from the BBB, Better Business Bureau. What about the cons here? Like, there is no instant rate comparison, and sometimes the thing with auto loan is that Auto Credit Express is that they actually will call you to actually ask for some additional documentation. So this is the only thing, but in our view, it's still interesting anyway. Why? Because when you think about Auto Credit Express, again, this is not a direct lender, similar to AutoPay. It's not a direct lender. You have it's more like a lender, like a lending network. So again, you have lenders who are fighting for you, who they are fighting for your business. This is really great. So when we talk about lenders who are fighting for your business, we're talking about traditional lenders such as banks and credit unions, but also dealerships. Okay, very important to remember that. Another lender I want to share with you, another lender/platform, is carloan.com. So if you are looking for car loans for no credit history, you'll be very pleased to go to car.loan.com. And the thing is, what we love about car.loan.com is that you have a free, no obligation application. So basically, you are going to talk to a lender who understands all the possibilities, everything going on in your situation. And what we love about this lender is that, again, you have flexibility, but also great customer service. Great customer service is really important. So this is really great. Car.loan.com, and same day approval is available. And so here is a platform that connects thousands of car buyers with the auto financing industry. So everything happens within a day. You're not going to waste time at all. They'll work with you. Do you have good credit? Not a problem. Do you have bad credit? Not a problem. Do you have no credit? They will work with you, not a problem. Okay. And one thing I want to say also is that just make sure with this lender, car.loan.com, you have all your paperwork, because they tend to move real fast. Another lender I want to share with you is Carvana. So Carvana, you probably heard the name. So Carvana actually pioneered the practice of allowing consumers to choose a vehicle online and get an instant approval loan. And so the company even provides at-home car delivery, and you can get a loan directly from Carvana or use a third party, whether you have credit or no credit. And the process is quick, relatively quick. It requires about 7 to 10 minutes of your time to complete the transaction and schedule vehicle delivery. So if you're interested in having your vehicle delivered at your house really fast, you can actually get this, not a problem. Another lender is Capital One Auto Finance. Now, Capital One, Capital One, this is a traditional bank. And the thing is, Capital One Auto Finance offers online loans directly to drivers with all types of credit, including those with no credit history. And so you can immediately pre-qualify for auto financing by filling out a short loan request form. But to qualify, though, you must collect a minimum monthly income of $1,500 to $1,800. And Capital One may send you a pre-approval offer after inviting you to apply for a car loan. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about car loans for no credit history. Another lender I want to share with you is Cars Direct. So Cars Direct is actually a lending network that can actually locate dealerships eager to work with prospective buyers despite bad, limited, or no credit. And so what we love about Cars Direct is that within the platform or within the network, lenders look beyond credit history to evaluate your financial situation. So if you have enough income remaining after paying your monthly bills, you may receive a vehicle loan from a direct lender on the Cars Direct network in as few as 24 hours. So again, when we talk about the credit history, it's just one criterion. You have other criteria, including your employment, your financial stability, your DTI, your debt to income ratio, right? Your income. So those are important elements. Another lender I want to share with you is Drive Time. So car buyers without a credit rating may qualify for a loan from one of the 130 Drive Time dealerships nationwide. So when you think about Drive Time, I want you to think about a network of dealerships, okay? And known for its quick approval, Drive Time has originated more than 4 million loans since inception, and the company customizes loan terms to fit your ability to pay the monthly installment so you won't bust your budget. That's why we love this a lot. Another lender I want to share with you is a CarMax. So CarMax works with nearly 200 national dealers across the U.S. They have experience leading to credit newbies. So even if you are in Alaska or Hawaii, you can still qualify through CarMax. The company may provide instant financing, but you can use another lender, including Capital One or Wells Fargo. It's totally up to you. And what we love about CarMax is that the process can be really fast. I mean, CarMax can quickly close on a vehicle sale, whatever the funding source. So again, here you're talking about a constellation of various lenders who will actually fight for your business. This is really fantastic. And one thing I also want to say is that, again, if you have no credit history, if you have bad credit, if you have fair credit, the most important element when it comes to a car loan overall is your ability to repay the loan. It's your ability to actually repay the loan real fast too. And what I want to say here is I want to talk about the fact that you have to show paperwork regarding your employment, paperwork regarding your income, and paperwork regarding your tax compliance. So if you are of age to file a tax return, some lenders might ask you to show your tax returns, your 1040, and so on and so forth. If you have no credit history and you're looking for a car loan, you can actually try credit unions. I mean, credit unions are a lot easier. I mean, they're a lot less strict when it comes to car loans than traditional banks, especially if you have a local credit union. We're talking about a regional credit union or a local credit union, because they probably know you. I mean, they probably know you. They probably have dealt with you. You have an account with them, and they've seen you come to the branch. So this is sort of proximity, this sort of relationship that you have established at the local level can really help you out. And you need to understand the loan process at a credit union is similar to what you have at a banks. At a bank, the only thing is that the only difference is that they know you. Credit unions tend to be more quote unquote social than traditional banks, and this is because the way they're set up. Credit unions are not profit oriented, they are member focused. So if you're a member and everybody knows you at their local branch, they probably will be more likely to give you a loan than if you were to go to a traditional bank. Another thing that another outlet that you might want to try is the BHPH dealerships. So those are buy here, pay here dealerships. Now I need to warn you, this is not the path that you want to take. But if you want to take it, it's interesting to explore it, but it's very expensive. It's very expensive. So let me just explain to you what happens here. BHPH, in other words, buy here, pay here dealers, they provide in-house financing, typically for people with bad or no credit. The dealerships advertise buy here, pay here because they lend the money to borrowers directly. The benefit of this type of dealership is that it can make its own lending decisions without the approval of an outside party. But in-house dealership financing can charge high interest rates. You may want to consider first which loans you can get from a credit union or other source. This is important. Our preference here is to get a loan from a credit union. It's the cheapest. So you try credit union first, and then you try an online lender, because when you go to an online lender, you have like several lenders who are fighting for your business. And then you can try a traditional bank, and a buy here, pay here dealership should be your fourth option. Let me talk to you a little bit about no credit versus bad credit. It's important to understand that when you are trying to buy a car loan, and whether you have good credit or bad credit or no credit, there is a slight difference. The thing is, if you have no credit, you're like a blank sheet for lenders, right? They have no credit history, they have no background of you, they have no idea how you handle credit. And so when you have bad credit, at least they have a place to start. They know you probably have been in the game for a while, and that you have made some mistakes, and then so you probably are thinking about, okay, how do I avoid this mistake going in the future? The thing is, if you have bad credit versus no credit, bad credit is considered, quote unquote, a little better in this case because, again, of what I said, you have a track record. So having a track record is really important for lenders to make underwriting decisions, because at least they have a clear idea where you were in the past, and they can say, okay, you know what? He's probably or she's probably learned from what happened in the past, so it's not going to happen again. But if you have no credit history, if you have no credit, you're like a blank sheet. And so in some cases, what we have seen in our research, lenders tend to I'd say prioritize borrowers with bad credit more than borrowers with no credit. But hey, listen, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. If you listen to me right now, you have no credit. What's important for you, as I've said before, there are three things you want to pay attention to. You want to solidify your savings. In other words, you want to have enough savings. That way, when you go and talk to a lender, any lender for that matter, you are able to stand tall and have a conversation. Okay, so this is important. And you really need to understand also that it's not about how much credit you have in some cases, because auto loans in general are collateralized loan. In other words, yeah, you get the loan, you drive you get the loan, you drive the car, but the car ain't yours until you pay off the loan, right? So if you don't pay off the loan, the lender will come and just repo your car. So basically, the lender's risk is minimal, because if you don't pay, the lender can always repo the car and sell the car to sort of recoup his or her losses. And so this is important to understand that. But the thing is, you need to check your credit first. Check your credit first, and then compare loan providers to see what really is better for you. Also, you want to try to think about pre-qualification versus pre-approval. Try to pre-qualify if you can. If you cannot, get a pre-approval. Let me give you a few pro tips here. If you're trying to get a car loan for no credit history, you want to think about, again, back to what I said about your financial situation. You want to solidify your financial situation. And most importantly, you want to make a bigger down payment. So if you are able to say, let's say if you make a large down payment, about 20%, for instance, then you probably are just reassuring the lender that, hey, listen, you have, like I have the cash to pay the loan, right? So think about getting a large down payment. Usually down payments are around 10 to 20%, but if you can put down 25%, 30%, this is really good for you. Also, try to get a cosigner. Getting a cosigner is another great alternative to sort of alleviate the risk to the lender that, hey, listen, you might default, because that's what the lender is scared about. The lender is scared about you defaulting on the loan, and if you default on the loan, that's a loss for the lender. So the lender is looking at his or her situation here and the best way to mitigate risks. Okay, and so get a cosigner. If you have anyone in your entourage, somebody who has more experience, who has better credit than you, you can maybe avail yourself of that relationship and just get a co-signed auto loan. And or you can just say, listen, I'm just going to build credit first. In other words, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20, and right now I have no credit and I want to drive a car. But what's really rushing? There's no rush here. I'm just going to take time to build credit. So instead of buying a car today, I'm going to buy a car 1 year from now, and I'll take the next 12 months to actually build credit. I'm going to get a secure credit card. I'm going to get a loan, like a build. How do they call it? A credit builder loan. Yeah, that's the right term. A credit builder loan. I'm going to try maybe a regular loan. I'm going to try all types of credit products to be able to build my credit in 1 year. You can do that too. Or you can just, you can think that one thing I need to say here is that please avoid, as I said before, the PH loans, the buy here, pay here loans. Avoid that if you can. You want to go first to a credit union. After that, you want to go to an online lender. After that, you want to go to a bank before considering the PH loans. Okay. And don't forget that most importantly also is the sticker price. Look at the price. Can you afford it? Can you afford it? Regardless of you having credit or no credit, you have to still afford the car you are thinking about buying. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I want to do a quick recap here. So I spoke to you about car loans for no credit history. So we have my auto loan, auto pay, Auto Credit Express, car.loan.com, Carvana, Capital One Auto Finance, Cars Direct, Drive Time, CarMax, Credit Unions, BHPH Dealership. And then I'll give you a few pro tips. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.